Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
What's happening?
We heard about a hamster.
Did you not see the?
I did.
Did you see it?
Awesome. I thought you and Yara were going to fell off the chairs.
Oh man, the whole panel was in tears laughing.
Yeah, that's crazy. And so you
Those are
finally
good
got rid
tears, good tears. Whenever they're laughter like that, that's fun.
We managed to get rid of the mark, but now we've got a whole.
Yeah, the mark is gone, and of course with that comes double trouble. So. So we find ourselves now in the wake of what happened last season, and something has been released in the world, and we have to figure out what that is, how far its reach is, and how we're going to fix it. One of the things I really like about it is it's kind of going back to an original format of having both brothers, unaffected. Meaning not drinking demon blood, not with a mark of Cain on their arm, just the Sam and Dean as Sam and Dean, and fighting a common cause and a common target, and I'm anxious to see how that how it gets back into that and what that means for the show. I think it's a good formula.
Jeremy told us about the Impala episode 4.
Yeah, and, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, how excited are you?
Although, I've watched that movie Locke. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Yes, it's an amazing movie.
Yeah, and fantastic movie. But then I've also seen the movie Buried with with Ryan Reynolds. And all I wanted to do, with the Ryan Reynolds movie, it's great. I think Ryan did a great job. But all I wanted to see was just a shot of the desert. Like, just get me out of the box for a second. Like, just give me an establishing shot, and then we can go back into the box. And of course, it never happens. And so I felt a little claustrophobic. But with Locke, it was. I never would have imagined that an hour and a half movie, sitting 90 minutes in a car, would have been as interesting as it was. So, if that's the formula we have to follow, I'm very nervous. We might have to call Tom Hardy and have him come over and guest star in that one. Just be like, listen, will you just sit in the back seat and say all our dialogue for us?
Jensen, there's so many romances for Dean's character specifically on the show.
Yeah, it's always Dean.
Yeah.
Dean's the common denominator. I don't understand this.
Do you, Jensen Ackles, have a ideal bromance for yourself?
Who would you like to have a bromance with?
Oh, like me?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I don't know. I will say
Even
that
if
there's
it's a fictional character.
I would say there's some. Well, I just mentioned Tom Hardy. He's certainly somebody that I admire and respect and admire his talent. There's some other contemporaries that I have. I think Gosling is a very talented, underused actor. Although that might be by his own choice. I just read something about it. It was like he's like somebody who's tried his hardest not to become the biggest movie star on the planet or something like that. But anyway, there's certainly some guys out there that you talk about the Chris's. What is it, like the 4 Chris's? Is that it? Chris Pine, Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
So all those guys, I admire their careers and what they do, and I don't know that I would necessarily need a bromance though. I think if I was going to bromance somebody, it might be like Bear Grylls.
We're like starting a
What's that?
On the Hollywood show, can you talk about Shake It Off and what that experience was like?
It was, we didn't really understand to what extent this was all going to be used for. They just kind of pulled us into a room. They're like, hey, listen, we're doing a parody thing. Do you mind coming in and just like dancing to some music? Yeah, sure. We're dancing monkeys. That's what we do for a living. and I was blown away when I saw it. I think those girls are incredibly talented, and I was happy to be a part of it.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. What's this?
That's the light on the thing.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank
Very
you.
nice for being here.
Thank you.
It's amazing. You too. They had them all dancing in it. They held a show and it's like they exploded. They did a Shake It Off, like Taylor Swift Shake It Off. And they're all dancing in it. It's really good.
And just FYI, you're welcome for episode 4. Spoiler, okay? You're welcome. Exclusive info.
He was in the panel.
Which is